Hello, my name is Jazz. Nice to meet you all. This is my first video. This video is going to be about an experience that I had on a drug called Molly. Before I begin, I'd like to say that yes, I understand that you can't really use all experiences that you have on drugs as a spiritual revelation or whatever you'd like to call it. However, the way that my experiences took place and the way that I felt afterwards, I would definitely see the majority of those experiences as revelations. So, that being said, I wouldn't suggest that you dismiss every experience that you've had while you were on a drug as just part of the trip, because God uses anything to get to you. So, during this time of my life, I was trying to find my own way, soul searching, as people would like to call it. I wanted to live my life the way I felt like. So, have as much fun as possible. Hang out here, be with this person, be with that person. Just whatever I saw fit, whatever came naturally, I was going to do it. Of course, now looking back at that, I would be so much farther in life if I had followed what I knew was better for me. And sure, I thought that, I knew that God knew what was best for me, but I just wanted to try something else anyway, because I've always said that human beings, no matter what age they are, since God is our Heavenly Father, we're like a bunch of teenagers, You know how we all get into those stages where your parent is trying to tell you, oh, you probably shouldn't do that. It's not good for you, this, and that. And we're just like, oh, well, it's my life. I can live it how I want to live it. So I don't need your advice because, things are different now. That's how we all are to God, because God knows what's best for everybody, no matter who you are, where you are, what kind of life you live. He knows what's best. So it's probably best that you listen. So during this experience, okay, we were at a kickback at a hotel and we were just leaving. So it was winter outside, so we were warming up the car, sitting in the car, had our jackets on, the heater was blowing, and we were just sitting there waiting patiently for her to get together because we were all high. So I'm looking out the window, just like looking at everything, and I just started to feel really warm, like warmer than usual. Not like, I got a whole bunch of jackets on and the heater's blowing warm, but I mean like it was like a stinging heat. So I'm just dismissing it as, just part of what happens when you're on Molly, because they always say, pop to Molly, I'm sweating. So I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I'm just reaching the stage where I'm hot now. So, but I sat there and I was like, it's kind of hot. I feel like I really need somebody to pour some water on me because I would feel really good right now. And they were just like, dismissing it because, it's something that everyone talks about, being hot on Molly. So I'm like, no, seriously, you guys, somebody really get some water and pour some water on me. Like, it's really hot. So I'm starting to kick my legs now, like I have flames under my feet. And they're just kind of like looking at me like, this girl's tripping. So I curl into a ball and I close my eyes and all I see is red, but it's not like the red that you see when you close your eyes and the lights are on. That fleshy kind of red. It wasn't like that. It was like flames red. Like I'm engulfed in flames right now, and when I open my eyes, that's all I'm seeing. When I'm looking out, like my eyes are open in real time. My eyes are open, but I'm not seeing where I'm at. I'm seeing flames and nothing else. So I curl into a ball, close my eyes, and I'm still seeing this. And I'm seeing other figures in the flames burning, and I can hear the fire now. It's not the heater that I'm hearing anymore, it's fire I'm hearing. And I could hear other people screaming because, fire is hot and it hurts. So I'm realizing that I'm in hell right now. This is where I'm at. So I'm apologizing to God, telling him that I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry that I ended up here. I tried so hard. I just couldn't get it together. I just wanted to live life how I wanted to live it. I didn't understand that this would be where I would end up anyway. And I just kept saying, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. And my friend, she had put her hand on my shoulder to comfort me because she knew what was going on. But she didn't know to what extent it was going on until she had touched me. When she touched my shoulder, she kind of like snatched her hand back like she got burned too. And she started to go into her own mode. So the guy that I was seeing at the time, he looked at us like we were the craziest people he had ever seen. And he was just like, seriously, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? And she was trying to explain it to him. And he was just like looking at her like, because he wasn't really into any of that at all. Like, he would have rather lived life without thinking about any God being a God at all. So he didn't understand what was going on. But afterwards, I told him, I was like, I'm okay. I'm all right. So, she had driven me to stay the night at his house. So that's where I was. And the rest of the night was really weird. I'm really certain that I got possessed that night. And because it was like a phoenix birth. Because, I had already burned and died because I went to hell. But after that, it was just kind of like a weird state that I was in. But I had got there and I had passed out on the couch. And the way that I had woken up out of, the sleep, it wasn't like a regular sit up like people do when they get up. Like, you use your arms to sit up and whatnot. I kind of just like rose, like from laying down, just like rose up. And it felt like I had dropped a bunch of ashes off me. Like, if I were to like look back at where I was laying, there would be a bunch of like ashes around like my silhouette, basically, like the figure of, so when I had woke up from the ashes, basically, all I could see was dark. So I'm like feeling through the dark to find where the door is so I can open it. So I find the door and I open the door and it's like I never breathed air before. Like, it was like I had died, been formed again, and now I'm breathing air for the first time again. It was really, really, really weird. But I've had so many experiences where God was talking to me and telling me to get it together. Like, stop doing this, basically. Like, you know better. I don't understand why you're doing this. Stop it. So he's used so many ways, so many people to get to me. And I would always just like, kind of like put it off like, all right, clearly I'm crazy because I already let that stuff go a long time ago. So why in the heck am I having these experiences? But I was always in a state of, what am I doing? What am I doing right now? What am I doing right now? I know that I don't need to be doing this right now. It was like I was followed by a curse because I had been deliberately not following God for so long that my life began to like just crumble. It just crumbled. I was in a really terrible spot for a long time, even before that experience. I really think that was the first experience that I had, like my first revelation on drugs. Anyway, I got a lot more to talk about, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'll do it in other videos. But excuse me. I guess I've needed to do this video because I'm pretty sure there are other people out there that have had similar experiences. Not like exactly, but you know, other revelations as well. But they're trying to figure out what in the world. Because I'm pretty sure some of those people that have had revelations haven't even been Christians, but or followers of God, believers of God, or any of that. Um, but whoever you are out there, you're not alone, and you can contact me if you like. I'd love to help you out or give you company or hear about what you have going on. That's fine. So, um, I'll have another video about how I've made it here in this point in my life, finally starting this walk with God for like the millionth time again, because I've started and stopped, started and stopped, started and stopped for like years. Um, but I'll talk about those another time. Um, yeah, I think I've touched on everything. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, God showed me what hell would be like, and I'm not trying to end up there at all because it's already hot outside and it is gonna be hotter than that. No fire here compares to the hellfire that's coming, and nothing is worth it. Nothing is worth it. So, if you feel like you need to get it together, now is the time to get it together because time is wrapping up very, very fast. And before we know it, he'll be here, and that'll be that. So, it's time to get it together, you guys. He's calling us out of all corners of the earth, all walks of life. It doesn't matter to him. He'll save you out of all of it. So, he's calling us out. So, if he's calling you, answer.